everybody, it's Mickey from the 5 Waiting Wombs, and it is a Wednesday, November the 28th, and yeah, this week I just wanted to do just a TCC update on what's been going on with me. So yeah, where to start? I believe it was about 2 weeks ago, my recording was on pregnancy after infertility, struggles, and miscarriage. So in that video, I did state that I was nervous, really nervous about, what was going to happen. Unfortunately, my fears were realized. Later that week, I had my first ultrasound. I was 6 weeks, 5 days, I believe, when I had the ultrasound. So we were expecting to see at least a sac with something in it, maybe even a heartbeat. That's not what we saw though. We saw 2 very tiny sacs, and they were empty, and my HCG level was only at 5,000 when it should have been at least 50,000. So we pretty much, were told that there was a little hope, but not really, not to expect very much. So basically by that point I was preparing myself for the worst. I went back the next week and same thing. Very tiny sacs, nothing in them. They hadn't grown or anything. And yeah. So we went ahead and scheduled the D&C for the Monday before Thanksgiving. Unfortunately, because of some paperwork and whatever with the insurance, it didn't go through, but we had to wait. Ended up postponing it until Tuesday before Thanksgiving. So that morning, I went to my RE's office first because it's right across the street, and he just wanted to just do a quick scan just to make sure. So I went in, and we did get some change, but it wasn't a good change. When we saw the sacs originally, they were circular, they were round, but Tuesday morning they had collapsed, so it's more like an oval rather than a circle. So that was pretty much, the end of it. We already knew that was, yeah, that meant not a viable pregnancy. So we went across the street to the hospital and went ahead and did the D&C. And yeah, it's been a week and a day since the D&C. I am doing okay. I haven't had any pain or anything. The bleeding stopped yesterday, so thank goodness. And it's just, it's tough. It's tough to think, that we're going through all this and we're finally getting BFPs, but we just need to make that one change somewhere. We need to find out something as to why this keeps on happening. Most days are good because I keep myself busy, but nighttime, when I'm sitting there or laying there, and all you can do is think, and your brain starts going. So that's the hardest time for me, is at night. But thankfully enough, my husband has been wonderful. He's been amazing, and he knows that I don't need him to fix me. I don't need him to tell me a whole bunch of stuff, even though sometimes it is nice for him to tell me that everything is going to be okay. But for the most part, all I want is just to know that he's there. So a lot of times he'll just give me a hug just for no reason, just because he can tell that I'm not doing well. So yeah, where do we go from here is the big question. And hopefully this time around we will get some answers with the chromosome testing. I do know that he is going to test me for, they took 4 vials of blood this time. So I know they're going to test the blood for clotting disorder and some other things, but I don't know what all they're testing. My grandmother does have a clotting disorder, She has been instructed she cannot drive or travel more than an hour at a time because she can develop blood clots in her legs. So yeah, so I brought that up to him, and definitely that's one of the things that they are going to test me for. So yeah, we will be trying again in January after the holidays are over, because we're going home to Texas mid-December. So yeah, can't take my Ari with me home to Texas, so you know, just gotta wait till we come back, and you know, hopefully I will be healed up and ready to get going again. My husband and I are, for the most part, on the same page with trying again. He is willing to try as many times as it takes, you know, and I have mixed feelings about that, just because, you know, it's my body that's going through all this stuff, and I think in a way I feel the pain more than he does, or feel the loss more than he does, because, you know, it's happening in me. So yeah, I honestly don't know how many times my body is going to want to do this or emotionally how many times I can put myself through having a loss. But hopefully this next time we get a BFP, whenever that is, hopefully it won't end this way, and hopefully we'll, you know, either get a good quality egg, or something will be different. So there's only one way to find out, and that is trying. So yeah, that's it for me. I hope y'all, those of you who celebrate Thanksgiving, had a great Thanksgiving. And I hope y'all all have happy holidays. So yeah, that's it for me. I will see y'all next week. All right, bye.